everyone. Welcome back to Build. I'm your host, Brittany Jones-Cooper. Morning Show Mysteries follows the adventures of Billy Blessings, a morning show host drawn into a murder investigation. She teams up with friend and potential love interest Ian Jackson as she follows her own leads to unearth the identities of the killers. Today, I'm sitting down with Holly Robinson Peete and Rick Fox, but first, here's a sneak peek.
Hey, I was just headed out. I wish I could stay and talk, but...
Hey, was Katie Sanders still in the studio?
You know, funny you should say that. I was just gonna swing by her house. You know, we'd made plans, and I think she forgot about them.
I was wondering, have you ever seen this before? Recognize it?
It's Katie's. I gave it to her. I was actually gonna go try to find her because there's something that she needed to tell you guys. Katie was the mystery person that I saw running from Hannah Kelso's house last night.
I want an APB on Katie Sanders' car now.
Put your hands together for Holly Robinson Peete and Rick Fox. Dun, dun, dun.
Busted.
I mean, I have to say, I am not really good at solving mysteries, and I didn't figure this one out until the end, so good job.
Well, neither did we. Yeah, these are written very well.
They're complicated.
Yeah, you don't know to the very last act, like who actually did it.
Right.
So we love that part about it.
So what is it that drew you guys to this script, to this project?
Well, Al Roker is a longtime friend, and he wrote 3 murder mystery novels called Morning Show Murders. And he optioned them to Hallmark Channel, and they decided they wanted to do a murder mystery series wheel around them. And they decided to change the character to, instead of Billy Blessings with a Y, Billy with an IE. And so that was something that worked out really well for me. And then they cast this guy, and I was so excited because I've known him for like 20 years almost. And it just made it was like the icing on the cake. Yeah. So it was a perfect storm.
Yeah, it was easy for me as well. Knowing Holly, getting a second chance to work with her after we worked on a sitcom together. And then working in Canada, where I was born in Canada. So getting a chance to work there for the first time was an exciting opportunity. And then working with a fellow Bahamian, Al Roker has Bahamian roots, was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. And it's been a joy. I do tend to end up with resting detective face. A lot, and a lot of it is the chase of Billy Blessings, because she always beats me to the punch. She always gets to the next clue before me, and I'm just always baffled.
I love that. I love how the stars align to bring all of this together. Really? And without giving away too much, what is sort of the plot of this first movie?
Oh, well, this is actually not the very, very first movie. No. We've done a couple of them before, but this, we're going to do a consecutive group of movies. So this is kind of a trilogy, if you will. To be honest, I'm trying to come up with the plot of it, but in my mind, all 3 have run together. Okay. So I'm not really 100% sure. I'm sorry. In my mind, I know somebody died. And somebody had died, and somebody died, and I try to solve it, and I'm always getting in Rick's way. But
she impersonates a police officer.
Billy Blessings is a morning show talk show host, and she's also a chef and a restaurateur, right? She owns a restaurant. And these things keep happening around her, right? And Ian Jackson is her high school boyfriend. Their lives took different trajectories, and but she seems to be always in his lane.
Well, my mentor was her father, so he was a police officer. She comes from a household of crime fighting, so it's genetically in her blood, and so it's hard for her not to run towards justice and run towards the search of the truth. It just happens to cross paths in my career. And I want to protect her. I care about her. We're 2 ships now finally maybe colliding again in our lives. And so there's that interest in her personally, but it keeps mixing with the professional.
Yeah. And I want to know what kind of work you guys did to build that tension, because like you said, it's part of a trilogy. So this love story is going to have some time to pan out, I think.
Right. So this is our 5th movie together.
Yeah.
And so, the first couple of movies, I got a lot of, feedback from social media. Like, they just want to know, when are you guys going to kiss?
Right. Well, that was how I felt.
Right. Okay.
I was waiting for the kiss, and I was
Okay.
like, all right, fine.
And so I'm getting a lot of that. So we did build up some tension, and let it breathe. But the good news is, we've done 5 movies. We're about to go up and do 3 more, and it's good to be able to get, to let it have some air, right? Let it breathe a little bit. But there will be a kiss. I can't remember if it's this one or the next one, though.
Let's not give it away. You have to watch all 3.
Yeah.
Tune in for all of them.
Right.
Did you film all 3 just like back to back?
No.
No, you took a break.
We took some breaks. We are probably going to film the next 3. We might do back to back on the next 3. But this murder mystery wheel is something that we could potentially do many more of. So that's
Fans
the cool.
have been amazing. You guys have been amazing. Those that have watched it and supported. I think if they could have it I think if Hallmark could have it their way, and I hope they would, they'd have us shooting these all the time. Because similar to a TV series or a TV sitcom, we just happen to be giving you a movie instead of just an episode of TV. So we make them as fast as we can, as much as
Very
fans,
fast.
as much as the fans like them.
Yeah, we do 15-day shoots. I keep saying 15 hours. Sometimes they are 15 hours a day, but 15-day shoots. So they go really quickly. And so you have to know your lines. You got to be really prepared. And, I'm an actress of a certain age. I don't always know my lines. But guess who always knows my lines? And his lines. Rick comes to the set so prepared. Rick is a really prepared actor. And that's what's one of the things I love about working with him. Rick obviously is a championship basketball player and has done so much in his life, but he committed to this acting thing. Like, he went all in, and having him on set, he really helps me, because sometimes, I'm like all over the place sometimes.
He I hope you
reins
guys
me in.
aren't buying this, because
This is the truth.
if any of you know anything about Holly, you know that she is a Wonder Woman, not only in her not only in her professional career, but in her life. And so you always sit in these interviews and you always pay so many kind words to me.
It's true.
When you should be singing your own praises, and maybe I will do that for you. Look, there's one reason why I did this show, and it started with you. And so I keep telling you that. I hope you really realize and know that. It started with you because of what, we worked together once before, and you took me in those moments when I was a younger actor under your wing, and you really supported me through that experience, and it made the experience feel safe. But then I watched you work with your co-stars. I watched you work with the set and the cast and the crew, and you not only control the environment, but you made it a family environment. You made an enjoyable experience, and I've watched you do that in our show with our cast and crew, and it's why people keep coming back. I don't know if you recognize that, Holly, but people keep working with us, and they keep coming back because they want to be around you. They want to be around the show, and you're the number one on the call sheet, my dear. And you're setting the tone, and you're calling the shots, and it's a joy to work with you.
Can y'all just put that on a little reel for me and just send it home? I'm just going to play it just back to back. Oh, listen to Rick talking about me. Thank you so much. That's
true.
very
But
sweet.
this is why the chemistry works. I mean, because you can tell that there's the friendship, and what is the vibe like on this set? Because Hallmark seems like a network that just kind of like fuels that family dynamic.
It's very positive, but we're on Hallmark movies and mysteries, so it's a little bit edgier, as edgy as Hallmark gets. I mean, Hallmark Channel. I also have a show on Hallmark Channel, Meet the Peets, and it's very family friendly and very wholesome and very positive, because it's a kind of a place for people to go because there's so much negativity going on in the world. So people flock to Hallmark Channel. The ratings are crazy. Hallmark movies and mysteries is a little edgier and a little bit.
We have to remind ourselves that.
What did you call it earlier? What kind of tension?
A safe tension.
Safe tension that we have. Yeah.
The safe tension. I laugh because just thinking about your question and hearing your answer. We constantly, before we go into a scene, because we're so busy laughing outside of our scenes, we say, okay, someone died.
We have to keep reminding ourselves that this is a murder mystery.
It is. We're searching for a killer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we enjoy ourselves, from our directors to our DP, our executive producer, who doesn't have to be there on a day-to-day basis, is there throughout the whole shoot. Hey, Orly, we love you.
Hey, Orly.
Al flies out from his Today Show.
Yeah, Al comes and does
comes out to
cameos.
Oh, he's cameos.
He's done a cameo in every movie. So it's kind of fun because now we're starting to get this thing where, like, where's Al going to turn up? You know, is he going to be in the restaurant? Is he going to be walking down the hallway randomly?
I keep trying to get him in the police station.
That makes me want to rewatch because I think I missed him.
You gotta go watch and find Al.
Where in the world is Al Roker?
Exactly, exactly.
There was also another surprising cameo in there. Your son.
Yeah, so
Robinson.
my son Robinson decided he wanted to try acting, much to my chagrin. I didn't like that. He's a baseball player and he likes to do hip hop music. He likes to do a little bit of everything. He's taught himself Japanese. He loves anime. He does a lot. He's a very interesting young man. My mom calls him the most interesting 16-year-old in the world. But one day he goes, "Okay, I want to be on your show. I said, "Okay, we have to audition." So I made him go through the audition process and with the casting and producers and everything, because I was like, I'm not just gonna hand you a job. And so he got his lines down and everything, and he got the job, and then he came up and had his little moment on set. It was really cute. And then in a very special crossover edition of Meet the Pete's, we actually document Robinson's first acting job on Morning Show Mysteries. So it's like we do a little crossover, little show. It's cute.
I love that his scene was with you too. It really did warm my heart. I was like, this is so cute.
I was like, don't make me look bad. Hit those marks, know them lines, don't cost us any production time. I was hard on him. And he was like, wow, Mom, you're like, but that 4 a.m. call, when that alarm clock went off, baby, he woke up like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Those early calls are grueling. So, he's a teenager, so they sleep long.
Yeah, I like that he's trying a little bit of everything.
And he
though.
nailed
That's
it, by the
age to
way.
do it. He really did.
He nailed it, and you guys will get to see that this Sunday night. This Monday night.
Yeah.
On Meet the Pete's, yeah.
Yeah, on Meet the Pete.
Meet the Pete's are on Monday.
And
This show is on
show is
Sunday this
night.
weekend,
Yes.
the 14th, but 3 consecutive weekends, the 21st and the 28th, each Sunday moving forward for 3.
Really quick with Meet the Pete's, you're in season 2 now, and I know you have some exciting episodes coming up, actually, where you go back to Sesame Street.
Oh man, probably my favorite episode this season is when I get to go back to Sesame Street with my brother. My father was the original Gordon on Sesame Street. Many of you look too young to remember my dad, but my dad was the actual first Gordon. He walked out and said, "Hi, I'm Gordon, and welcome to Sesame Street, and this is Big Bird, and this is Ernie and Bert." He introduced the world to these characters. So amazing legacy. He's not with us anymore, but just a really amazing moment to be able to go back to Sesame Street for the 50th anniversary.
I can't believe it's been that long. It's impacted so many children.
First television show I ever watched.
Me too.
Where did you watch it?
I grew up in the Bahamas. I grew up in the islands of the Bahamas, and we didn't have television until I remember one day we did, meaning we got a television station. TV came on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the first show was Sesame Street. So I grew up watching, I fell in love with Maria. I remember Maria. Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
And the funny story is my daughter graduated from high school last year, and the speaker at her graduation was Maria.
Oh, no way.
I did everything. I tried to get to her to say, I had a crush on you, but
I bet she
I was
would
so
have
busy
appreciated
celebrating
that.
my daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, she would have loved that.
Maria stuck around for a while, too.
Yeah, she did.
I remember Maria.
She's gotten a number of degrees as well.
Yeah, Maria's amazing. She's amazing. When my dad was there with Susan and Bob and, Mr. Hooper, I mean, he was there in the very, very early days. And just, again, that experience of being able to go back to Sesame Street with my brother. And we also get a little visit from a Muppet that my dad created that a lot of people might remember, named Roosevelt Franklin. So this Muppet was kind of the first urban, hip-hop Muppet. He was rapping before his time. It was really amazing. Anyway, we get to see that on Meet the Pete's. That's going to be on not this Monday, but the following Monday.
So if you love Sesame Street and you love Meet the Pete's, you will love Morning Show Mysteries, A Murder in Mind.
Keep redirecting. That's right.
Yeah. Really quick, before we go to the audience for a question or two, what do you guys hope that the audiences, the viewers take away from Morning Show Mysteries?
Well, I don't know. There's a whole lot of takeaway, but just I think the biggest thing is just I like the fact that we are 2 leads of color doing a murder mystery series. I think that's really awesome. There's not a whole lot of that on television, and so I think that is really significant. But I think I have a new appreciation for this genre, the whole writing of a murder mystery and how it unfolds. And when we're on set, we're trying to make sense of the writing as we're acting it because we shoot it out of order. And so we're constantly talking about the writing. I think I have a newfound respect for the mystery,
of it,
writing genre.
Not easy.
No.
Takeaway, just try and solve it with us. It's a challenge. There's a reason why Hallmark has created an entire channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, because the fans love going on these journeys. They call them sleuthers, to try and solve the murders before each other. They tweet about it. They get out in great support. I think there's how many series? There's maybe 6 or 8 of them, different murder mystery series out there, and we happen to be one of them. So we enjoy the support.
I fall for every red herring, like every time. I'm like,
Do you?
she did. No, she did it. So like this one was really fun, like I said, because I didn't know until I was supposed to know.
Yeah,
So that's kind of the point.
exactly, and that's fun, and it's very interactive. Like Rick said, it's very. What I love about Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, they've embraced all the way the social media engagement factor, and just bringing the sleuthers in and hashtagging and really engaging the fans. I think is something that a lot of cable stations are doing, but Hallmark Channel does it really well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know our audience has a couple questions.
Oh,
So
okay,
who do we
great.
have first? Right there.
Hi, I'm Millie with an IE as well.
Hey,
Since you're surrounded by so much mystery, what are your thoughts on esoteric help from like mediums and psychics and their involvement in being able to solve these kind of mysteries? And do you also think that people who've passed can send down some divine intervention to help solve their own cases?
Okay, I'm gonna go with a yes. I think my daughter's a medium of some sort. But I went on Tyler Henry. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's a Hollywood medium. And a year ago, he predicted a whole bunch of stuff that have actually like come to pass in my life. And my dad passed away recently this past year, and I see signs of him all over the place. So I do believe he speaks, to me still in many different ways. So I think we'll probably end up at some point. We make enough of these. We'll have one with a medium or a psychic that's impacting our crime solving.
And I also recently, did you know I did Tyler Henry too?
No, did you?
Like just recently.
Oh, you got to tell me what he said.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you like everything he said because it's all coming true. I'm telling you.
I was not familiar with him and Hollywood Medium, and he read me, and it just aired maybe a few weeks ago, and he blew me away. He blew me away. I wasn't ready.
Scribbling.
I was gonna say,
He
when he
was
started
scribbling. I got to
scribbling.
scribble all
I
that.
kept it too.
You kept yours?
I'm framing mine.
No, I mean it was amazing.
It was-
So yeah, I mean, and just the things that he said were just blew me away. Just blew me away. So I think yes, Millie. I think for sure that we should probably incorporate some of
I
those
agree.
elements in Morning Show Mysteries.
I like when he scribbles and then he starts sweating and you're like, something good's coming through.
Good or the other way.
You
I
watched- you
got a
watched-
lot.
Oh
of-
yeah, he's phenomenal.
I didn't get all good stuff,
No,
Well,
me
yeah.
either.
but I'm glad I got it because I basically got to spend time with my dad before he passed
Yeah.
because I took his advice. I didn't know. I went in really open to it, and I wasn't going to form any opinions. My daughter was a huge fan, so she told me I should do it. And sure enough, I stayed open. He said some things, and sure came to
See,
pass.
I've just found this out on AOL
That was
Build.
a great question.
Yeah, good question.
Where's our next question at?
Hi. So I was wondering if there are any parts from the original novel that didn't end up on the show?
That's a good question. Yeah, a few. I mean, they rewrote a script or adapted a screenplay, so it wasn't exactly like the original novels. Obviously, I'm a woman, and not Al, but it is loosely based on Al. And so, other than that, there are a few elements I think we kept. A lot of elements we kept, but the show takes place. Wake Up West Coast takes place in Seattle. Morning Show Murders is New York. So there are a couple different things, but the element is the same. The backdrop of the morning show. But other than that, I think there are a lot of differences. I think Morning Show Murders is a little bit grislier, right? When you say it's a little grislier than the ones that we're doing. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure fans of the novels will still love the show because
Oh, yeah, they
that
will.
tie is still there. Like I said, I enjoyed the first. I can't wait to check out the rest. You guys can catch all three, Holly Robinson, Pete, and Rick Fox, in all three new Morning Show Mysteries in April, starting this Sunday, April 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and continuing through Sunday, April 28th. Give it up. Thank you.
Thank you.